Hi and welcome. My name's Andy. I'm a senior designer at Anthony Hairdressers, and I want to talk to you today about an important topic, and that is our appearance. Now, in the past, clients have often told me that they're not particularly bothered about their appearance, not to the point where they'll have, say, any sort of hairstyle, but to the point where they're just not too interested, as long as they're clean and tidy and whatever. And it always prompts me to tell them about a story that I was told. Actually, it wasn't a story, it was actually a BBC programme. I can't remember the title of the programme, but what the programme was trying to do, it was talking about how appearance affects us and how others react and interact with us in sort of quite unusual ways. Well, not so much unusual, but unexpected ways. And they wanted to demonstrate in this program how appearance affects all of us. And one of the experiments was they took a guy, an actor, a male actor, and they put him in a situation in London. It was a busy street in London, if you can try and picture this. They chose a particular spot on this street where there was a pedestrian crossing, and they took this male actor and they deliberately dressed him up to look like a tramp, you know, like a down and out type tramp, real scruffy, dirty tramp sort of thing. And they placed him at this pedestrian crossing and try and sort of, if you can imagine, either side of this guy, you know, there was just sort of regular public there, and sort of quite smartly dressed sort of, you know, business types, you know, guys and women, you know, sort of business suits and suitcases and stuff like that, and briefcases and things like that. So if you can picture that for a moment. And they asked this actor to cross the road at this pedestrian crossing against the red man. Okay. So he proceeded to do this, and there he was. He crossed the road against the red man, you know, dodging the traffic, and you could hear these perfect strangers standing on the curb, waiting, watching this guy cross the road, making sort of really sort of comments like, "Oh, look at that idiot," and, you know, "What's he doing? What an idiot," and things like that. They were coming out with comments like that. This is perfectly strange people, strangers to each other anyway. And it was quite interesting because they took the same actor, the same male actor, a little while later, and they dressed him in a suit, tie, and made him look really, really smart and crisp. Put him back on the pedestrian crossing to do the same thing. But what happened the second time was quite amazing. He crossed the road against the red man, dodging all the traffic, and do you know what the people standing on the curb did? They actually followed him. They actually followed him without saying anything. So that was a brilliant demonstration of how appearance influences us, you know, what we do. In another example, they took 100 law students, okay, and they mailed to them a case, a mock sort of murder case in a document type of thing, and they were asked to make a decision on sentencing, what they, you know, how they would sentence the person in this mock case. But they tricked them. What they did, they took half of these documents and replaced. There was a photo attached to this particular document, this case study, and what they did, they swapped the photos of half of these documents, so 50 of them. And incidentally, there were pictures of. It was a picture of a female, a woman, and they swapped 50 of them with a different photo. Now the other photo, the only difference between one woman and the other was one was slightly less attractive than the other. Okay, that was the only difference. The rest was the same. You know, the case study was the same. So off it went. And when it came back, amazingly, they gave the less attractive woman 3 to 7 years longer prison sentence, than the other one, than the more attractive one. So there's an interesting sort of scenario where appearance plays a very important role. So anyone that says their appearance is not important, they need to really think again, because it does influence it. It doesn't matter whether we like it or not. Now you see, you have your own needs and desires. That's why here at Nicholas Anthony Hairdressers, we actually listen to what you say. We know the difference between ordinary hairdressing and personal designing. If you make a mistake with clothes or makeup, you can in many cases take them back, or at worst leave them in a drawer. Your hair is a very important part of your appearance. It's the gown you never take off. There it is. It's the gown you never take off. So often it's your mood maker. And this brings me on to perceptive design. Now if you look at the centre red circles in this example, both circles are the same size, but their perceived appearance is changed by what is placed around them. And your hairstyle changes the appearance of your face, eyes and head, just as the light and shade of makeup can change the appearance of the face and its contours. So the amount, shape, texture, colour and movement of hair controls the visual perception of your facial attractiveness. Your hair is one of the first things people notice about you. Now look, we care about the way your hair looks between visits to the salon. Here at the salon we are kind of specially trained, if you like, and we use a special system to make sure that the successful balance of ingredients is right for each client. And we know the value of asking the right questions and looking at the key elements of a hair design which will work for you every day. We tend to treat our new clients quite special. We understand how nervous people get when they come to a new salon, and that's quite perfectly understandable. It's a bit like walking into a party where you don't really know anybody and everyone knows everyone else at the party but you don't know anyone. It's the same kind of feeling. It can be. So if you always wanted to meet a top hairdresser to whom you could say, "What would you do for me?" then you don't need to look any further. You have. So just come in and have a consultation with one of us, and hopefully we believe that you'll be quite a special thing. It's quite special what we do, and it's very, very friendly. So that's all from me, and thanks for listening, and hope to see you at the salon soon. Thanks.